episode of Aligned and Thriving for Teachers. Now, I'm so excited. This is actually the most exciting thing for me. It's a sad life that you lead sometimes as a teacher, but I'm also so excited. This episode is called Prep Like a Pro, your joyful, organized Term 4 Pep Talk. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Term 4 is officially here. It's the final countdown, because you really needed my singing voice in there. It's the wrap up. It's the whirlwind. It is the episode that is your permission slip to prepare with intention and organize the weeks like you're a boss and bring back that joy of the season instead of drowning in stress. Now, you are not just going to survive term 4 this year. You are going to close it out strong with sparkle, strategy, and of course, your self-care. So let's plan this out together and laugh through the madness and the end of year with pride. Now, let's be real. This is a sprint at the end of the marathon. We've been going this whole year, and this is literally the last little snippet. Your water bottle's probably empty, the track's on fire, and someone's probably handed you a Santa hat and asked you to smile. This is legit the last part. But there is a way through this with more ease, more joy, and more support. So this today is your Term 4 Pep Talk, packed with journal prompts, planning tips, and a whole lot of honesty and a reminder that you are on the home stretch, people. So well done on getting through the year to this point. Now, we're going to start off with part number 1, get your head in the game. And man, I'm in a singing mood tonight. Get your head in the game. If you watch High School Musical, it's back in your head now, isn't it? So let's start here. Now, term 4 is busy. I'm not going to lie. But that does not mean that you have to go into your default chaos mode. It is time to get intentional. You are not behind. You are not failing. You're in a season of wrapping up, releasing, and preparing for what is next. So this is the term where loose ends are tied up, reports are written again, events take over your entire calendar, you say goodbye to some students, and you welcome the idea of getting new ones. But instead of getting rid of them, let's celebrate the ones that we've had. Let's honor their growth throughout the year and honor yours too. Then you'll get ready to welcome the next challenge with open arms and an organized mind. And if you are at a school where you are lucky enough to know what grade you're teaching next year and get some idea of the kids you might be getting, please don't start building those preconceived ideas, especially in teacher handovers. Take on as much as you need to, but don't create those perceptions of kids before you've even had them, because they might behave completely different for you than what they did for the other person before you. Okay? Now, part number 2. Plan your term. Here's the biggie. Plan your term. Don't let term 4 happen to you. Here's how you are going to prep like a pro. Now, I'm talking from experience because I have done this for many years now, and this just works for me, but hopefully with some of these steps, it may help you. So number 1, get clear on the non-negotiables. Now, this is the time when you really need to look at the calendar and think about the things that you have to get done. You are going to have to do reports. There are going to be excursions that have to be done. There are going to be Christmas plays or presentations that will have to be done. There will be staff meetings that have to be done. There will also be your own family events that will have to be done. Write it all down. Get the big picture. You need to plan it out. However that looks for you, whether it's on your phone, in your actual diary, whatever you do. I have handwritten and I have my time tree app shared with the grandparents so we can coordinate everything. But you need to get a picture of what this term's going to look like, because honestly, it's a sprint at the end of the marathon. It is you heading for that finish line, and you don't need anything slowing you down. So get it all down. Step 2, plan week by week. Now, that sounds very contradicting of me in some cases, but what I'm saying is don't leave things to later sit down with a weekly planner or a whiteboard and chunk things down. So where will you batch your tasks? What weeks are lighter so that you could get certain things done and you can breathe? What do you need to book on your weekends to sort out you and your self-care? And what weekends you have booked up? Like, you need to actually plan it out week by week. I'm not saying fly by the seat of your pants type of planning. I'm saying have a rough guide of what you're going to do each week, but then at the start of each week, which I'm thinking for me is like a Sunday night, every Sunday night, I'm going to look at the week ahead and sort of go, okay, this is what's happening this week. These are my non-negotiables. This is what I need to get done. This is what I need to start thinking about and planning for, and then we go from there. Okay, I hope that made sense now. Number 3, create space for closure. This is the term where we are wrapping up our projects, we're finalizing learning goals for learning plans, we're saying goodbye with gratitude, and we're resetting your space mentally and physically, ready for a clean slate start in 2026. Oh, now that sounds scary. 2026. We are nearing the end of 2025. So when you're creating space for closure, you need to think about all the things you need to get done. Please do not, for the love of goodness, start cleaning out your storerooms in the last week of term 4. It does not only drive our cleaners like absolutely mentally crazy. The bins are always too full. You can't fit all your stuff in there. You need to start doing that now. Start going through your resources bit by bit after school and go, okay, am I going to use that next year? Yes, no, maybe. You need to start sorting your stuff out from day 1 of term 4. Do not leave it to the last minute. Because when you're doing this whole process of closing stuff down, if you leave it to the last minute, it's not going to work. Again, talking from experience. And if you get lugged with the lovely sentence where they say, guess what, you're moving classrooms, you'll have so much less to move if you only have a day to move everything, which most of the time is the case because you have to wait till the kids are gone to actually move all of your stuff. So if you're cleaned out and tidy and ready to go, it's so much easier. So create your space for closure. Now, the next part is the fun part. It's bringing on the fun. Let's not pretend that this term isn't bonkers. Again, some people think I'm bonkers. Do. Again, I'm singing. I love term 4. And I'm bonkers, really. Yeah. Anyway, amongst all of this madness, make room for joy. Yeah, I said it. Make room for joy. Get your kid on, people. Wear the Christmas earrings. Dress up for the concert. Dance in the classroom. Bake the silly cookies. Joy is the resistance to burnout, people. You are allowed to laugh in staff meetings. You are allowed to get into the festive spirit. You are allowed to celebrate the wins before the term ends. This term, I really want you to infuse celebration, not just for your students, but for you, because you have done a whole year of teaching, parenting, juggling, wiping tears, managing behavior, writing curriculum, and probably forgetting your lunch more than once. Or is that just me? That's probably more than just me. I'm hoping, but gosh, I do that a lot. I want you to bring joy. Joy is amazing. Joy is part of being grateful to, and gratitude is the highest vibration. So if you want to get yourself to be high vibe, be grateful and share the joy. If you ever come to a school where I am, I will whip out the Christmas earrings. I will whip out a Christmas shirt, a Christmas dress. I actually have a friend that works in a Catholic school and she goes head to toe all out in the Christmas spirit and has legit an outfit for every day and changes them nearly every year. It is amazing. And I'm like, hats off to her. I'm not that committed. I'm a sprinkle of spirit, and she'd be like a shower or a downpour of it, if that's a comparison. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to make you visualize what this is like, but it is amazing. I think that to me is because Christmas brings me joy, because I love to give and see the joy on people's faces when you're giving stuff. I love to spoil people because that's in my nature, and that's what brings me joy. So I want to share that joy with others by giving them a smile and all of those wonderful things and just spoiling them, because that's what we do. So again, a job for you. Get your journal out, people, because again, you've got them by now. Gosh, I hope you do. We're going to take a moment to journal and reflect as we prep for this final term, because you're in the final countdown. And you might want to press pause for some of these and jot them down. First of all, I want you to reflect on last term. So this is term 3. What felt heavy and why? What did I learn about myself in term 3? What am I carrying that I don't need to bring into term 4? What routines kept me grounded? And what made me feel proud? Then I want you to plan for this term. So this is term 4. What are your 3 priorities that you're focusing on? Where will you intentionally say no this term? And unfortunately, that does not give you permission to say, no, my class will not sing in the concert at the end of the year, or I will not attend the final assembly, or I will not talk in front of everyone. Sorry, I don't give you permission to do that. Sometimes you just got to do it. So what will you intentionally say no to? What support do I need and who can I ask? When you're preparing for next year and for the end of the year, if you need something, you need to ask for it. Use your words, people. And lastly, what would make this term feel joyful and spacious? Okay, so they're your reflections. So make sure you've had your journal out and you've done some journaling. And if you're driving and listening to me or going for a walk and listening to me, make sure you do that when you get home to where you have your journal and have space to do it. Because reflecting, it's like a brain dump. You can get it all out there, sort your thoughts out, and get stuff done. Then, affirmations. Repeat after me, or just write these ones if they apply to you, because you can come back to them later. But repeat after me. I close the year with intention and pride. I am organized, grounded, and joyful. I allow myself to celebrate small wins. I honor my energy and protect my peace. I finish what I started with grace, not pressure. I am not behind. I am on my path. So there you go. Here is what I want for you to take away from today's amazing episode, as always. You are not here to barely survive your term 4. You are here to move through it with purpose, joy, and support. You are on the home stretch. So that means it is time to organize your calendar, schedule in some fun, tie up those loose ends, and most of all, celebrate your growth. Because this is the celebration term, not just for the kids. Celebrate you. Celebrate your work, your resilience, your ability to keep going. You are not just finishing strong, you're preparing for what's next. And you are absolutely going to smash this term out of the park. Because if you've been listening to this podcast since I've started this year, you have so much knowledge under your belt that you know how to get through this term without being burnt out. And if you want to go back and refresh your mind about some really good episodes, go back to the Burnout and Boundaries, go back through all the self-care series to remind yourself of some strategies that you can do to look after you, especially in this time of the year, and how hectic it will be. I will be making sure I release some content to do my absolute best to support you and walk you through to the end of this year to absolutely smash 2025 out of the park and set yourself up for the most amazing 2026. A heads up too for 2026, I will absolutely, and I've already scheduled some episodes throughout the school holidays, not necessarily all about just school and work life, some stuff about fun too. But I have scheduled episodes to support you throughout this entire term to get you through to the end of the year, a celebration, massive celebration at the end of the year, and then some really good, great mindfulness type of learning throughout the school holidays for you to just touch back in and make sure that you're enjoying that time for you. So look forward to those episodes too, because they'll be coming. So get prepared. Now, as you have finished putting everything into your journal and reflecting, like I've told you to, you are going to have the most amazing term for, and there is our lovely co-host Nyla telling you to do the same. So until next time, stay aligned and keep thriving. And if you haven't been told today, both I and Nyla think you're amazing. We love you all. And until next time, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.